Hi class, my name is Melissa and today I will be presenting to you guys a local issue that is going on here in Las Vegas. So the issue that I will be talking to you guys about today is homelessness and the issues that homeless people are facing in Las Vegas, which are not getting better but are getting worse. So homeless people have many battles that they have to face, whether it be their homeless situation or their mental and physical situation. Having to face these battles every day is a big challenge they have to face on their own with very little help. In Las Vegas, there is little to no resources available for homeless people, and it is very hard for them to navigate in the city, such as um, that doesn't provide them with so much help. This issue many homeless people have to face should be corrected due to the increase of population in the homeless community. Doors should not, doors are always closed from them due to their appearance, and they have to suffer even more backlash from society and the community. Even after everything, they are still disregarded and put aside, and they're not treated as humans. In Las Vegas, homelessness has been steadily rising throughout the years, making it harder for homeless people to live and to navigate in a city with very few resources for them to have. So, one major issue faced by homeless people in Las Vegas is that there are more laws being created to push the homeless people away rather than more resources being created to make life easier for homeless people. Homeless people have to face no loitering laws and sometimes have nowhere else to go because that there are some places that don't allow loitering um to be there. They don't allow homeless people to be there as well. They don't have nowhere to go sometimes, and sometimes they just have to stay the day in the sidewalk, on the street, and they have to face even more challenges. Creating more rules for them to follow is not a way to decrease the homelessness population, but it is just another way to push them away. Having such loitering rules um, be so very implemented in all the restaurants, all the stores, everywhere, it doesn't allow homeless people to be able to eat food there or to just sit down and be comfortable without bothering anyone. Furthermore, implementing more rules for them to follow does not help them out, but it creates more conflict. Since society deems that most homeless people as drug addicts rather than focusing on their main problem, which is that they have no home, it creates more problems and issues for homeless people. Homeless people have to be able to go throughout their day sometimes without having no food, no water, or no one that they can go through their day with. Since society deems them mostly as drug addicts rather than focusing on their main problem, it gives people this misunderstanding that homeless people are mostly drug addicts and should not be helped. This is why most people don't donate to local nonprofit organizations to help homeless people out, nor do people give homeless people money when they are in need. Believing that most homeless people are drug addicts influence people not to help them because of this stereotype that we have against them. For example, one major issue that they are facing right now is being banned from the streets. In Las Vegas recently, homeless people have been banned from the streets if there is a bed in the homeless shelter available. Although this may sound like a good thing, it is actually not. Homeless people are not allowed to take in none of their things, none of their belongings, and it is for some homeless people it is the last things that they have to it is basically their home. Having to those things are not allowed in shelters and they must leave them outside. Having to leave these things outside can cause a lot of problems for them to be stolen or things like that. And many homeless people don't want to give that away just to be able to sleep on a bed in a shelter. Since this was created, it has caused a lot of problems for homeless people because they have been arrested for sleeping on the streets because there are still beds available at the shelter. They the reason that they don't sleep on the beds is because of their belongings, which is not a good thing, which again goes to say that there are more laws being placed to push homeless people away rather than implementing more resources to help homeless people. So, although the state has entire is not an entirely high percentage rate with homelessness, there is still a high percentage rate in the city. Nevada is not considered one of the top states with homeless people because we only have a 1.27% homelessness in our state. Although this number may seem very low, it is a state number, and our state population is not as big as it is considered as California, such as Texas, such as Florida. Having this number is making people believe that homelessness is not a problem here when in fact it is because of the limited resources that are available to them. State organizations have been made to try and combat this issue that homeless people are having on a daily basis, and one such organization is the Nevada Homeless Alliance. One organization that I had never heard of until I did research for this speech. This organization focuses on promoting statistics to try and get people to donate and to try and combat the issues that homeless people are facing to this day. So this organization is not a very well-known organization, but they do have a lot of um, resources that they do donate to charities and help homeless people out on the daily basis, such as giving them food. There are not many homelessness organizations here in Nevada due to the way that homelessness is talked about and treated about, but this is a good organization to help donate for this issue. So homelessness is being disregarded very much, like really bad because of the stereotype that they have against them. Even during the worst times, these homeless people are still disregarded and not treated as such humans. Even during the coronavirus pandemic, homeless people are still not allowed to sleep on the streets, but have been placed to sleep on an empty parking lot. This sparked a lot of controversy because um, although it was made to help, homeless people have to sleep in the sun during this heat on an empty parking lot, which can, if they don't have a blanket, can easily burn them. Disregarding homeless people as such makes it really hard for them to go back to their normal life and creates less life for them to want to live. Homelessness is not decreasing in Las Vegas, but is rather increases, and forces should be implemented to stop this lower rate. As homelessness is an issue being faced by many people, there should be more organizations to try and combat it rather than to make the situation worse. The issue here is that they are not being treated as they should, and things that just seem to be getting worse for them. Adding to their current issues just creates more problems for them, and in the end, they are not treated as people but mostly as drug addicts. Homelessness should be more well known of, and it is one of the things that I am very upset about in our community because homelessness is not a situation, it is a problem and an issue that should be faced. That concludes my speech. Thank you guys for listening. I will be adding pictures as well. Thank you.